Cristóvão Jacques. Cristóvão Jacques, Cristóvão Jacques, also known as Cristóvão Valjaques, born in Algarve, Kingdom of Portugal, circa 1480, after 1530, was a Portuguese noble of Aragonese descent. He was the illegitimate son of Pero Jacques, and was legitimized by D. João II, 1481–1495, and was later made a nobleman by the royal house of D. Manuel I, 1495–1521. He married a daughter of Francisco Portocarrero, with whom he had 3 children. In 1503 he first came to the coast of Brazil in the fleet commanded by Gonçalo Coelho. In 1516, in command of 2 caravels, he was in charge of patrolling the coast of Brazil in order to discourage incursions by French pirates. In November of that year he landed in a large bay, which he named Baía de Todos os Santos, Bay of All Saints. In Rio de la Plata he fought and imprisoned many French. He traveled up and down the coast until 1519. On July 21, 1521 he sailed from the mouth of Rio Tejo, Tagus, to Brazil, founded an outpost in Itamaraca, Pernambuco, one of the most popular anchorages on the Brazilian coast, where there was plenty of Brazil wood, sisal pinha echinata, and had frequent contacts between natives and Europeans, before going south to Rio de la Plata and entering the Paraná River for about 23 leagues, around 140 kilometers, to near the present city of Rosario for the first time. Finally, in 1526, he was appointed, by King João III, as governor of all parts of Brazil, replacing Pero Capico in Pernambuco, and returned again in command of a ship and 5 caravels, having countless battles with French pirates. In 1527 he imprisoned 3 French galleons in Recôncavo, Bahia. But having acted with barbarity towards the prisoners, this gesture eventually caused him major problems with D. João III, 1521–1557. Upon returning to Portugal, he made an offer to the king, in which Jacques would take 1,000 colonists, at his own expense, to begin a permanent occupation of the new lands in Brazil, but nothing came of the proposal. Records show that, only 4 years after the Portuguese arrived in Brazil, the French traveled the shores of Rio Paraguaçu, dealing with the natives. The official discovery of the river is, however, attributed to Cristóvão Jacques, commander of the expedition bodyguards in 1526. 3 rivers flow into the Baía de Todos os Santos, the Jaguaribe, the Sub and Paraguaçu. The Paraguaçu is the longest, with 600 kilometers long, which made it be called Big River in Indian language. Sub River, which borders Santo Amaro, Bahia, would be the river of sugar mills, the Jaguaribe River that is present in the city of Nazaré, Bahia, the river of flour, and Paraguaçu, with its length, the river of penetration into the captaincy. In a letter from Fray Vicente do Salvador, it is recorded that Cristóvão Jacques found an island, already controlled by the French, on the lower river course of the Paraguaçu. 2 ships that traded with the Indians, and were properly sunk. At the site there would be a town later named village of Nossa Senhora do Rosário de Cachoeira, in the early 17th century allotment of Gaspar Dias Adorno, ideal for a penetration of the captaincy.